Video number 58 for violin and viola students, and in this video we're going to start with some echoing and strengthening our fourth finger, and also we're going to learn to play 83 through 85. So I need you to have your tuner out on your stand, and at this point you should already have your instrument tuned. Make sure it's tuned really well, because otherwise using your tuner to put your fingers down, not going to be helpful at all. So make sure your instrument's tuned really, really well. And let's start with just some echoing. Remember, each day be playing number 82 in your book, okay? So you're strengthening, that's the best way to strengthen that finger and get its agility there. And you know, we talked about it being dumb and slow and short, okay? We're gonna make it smarter and stronger by doing that. The smarter because your fingers having to go in a very specific place, okay? So what I want you to do now, have your tuner on your stand or whatever you're using for a tuner, so that, or if you're using your computer and half of it's this video and the other half is a tuner app, great, whatever you want to do is fine, but have a tuner handy. Bring your elbow in, fourth finger down, and right now guys, you probably need to have at least 2 fingers down. I mentioned in the last video that you could start picking some up and it might, you can have just 3 and down, or just 1 and just 3 and 4 down, or just 1 and 4 down. I would have at least 3 and 4 down. You might still need all 4. Something to help hold the string down. You're probably not ready just for fourth finger. Not yet. One day, yes, but not quite yet. Okay, do 4 A's. Anytime I say A in this video, I mean fourth finger, unless I specifically say open A. Do 4 fourth finger on the D string, the note A. Look at your tuner, echo me. And go. A, 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 2 A's, 2 G's. And go A, G, G. Now G, then A. Go G, G, A, then F sharp. And go A, F sharp, reverse, F sharp, then A. And go F sharp, A, and yes, you guessed it, A, now E. So A, E, now E, and then E, then A. Okay? Now, remember, you're not just working on getting those A's in tune, you're getting everything in tune, okay? You're gonna get everything in tune. So, let's do now, I want you to shadow bow number 83 in the book. Now, the book does something, and I understand their purpose for this, but they do something I want you to change, okay? Look on the second line of 83. Remember how I told you we would learn when to use fourth finger? Well, the first time this book does it, I want you to change it. I want you to change it to something different. On the first line, it says use a fourth finger for that half note. It doesn't say anything for these. It's implied that you continue to use fourth finger. Now, violas, let me show you what your book looks like, because you have different notes. This is a viola book. This says fourth finger. These are still A's. Continue to use fourth finger on those as well. It's implied that you continue on with the fourth finger. Now, here's what I want you to change. So get a pencil out. See where it says in violins, I'll show you yours in a moment, it says 4 and then open and then 4. I want you to change that and do fourth finger the whole time. The reason the book does that is because it's wanting you to test your fourth finger to see if it's in tune based on your open A. The pitch of the fourth finger on the D string and the open A should match. However, the tone is different. We've discussed that in the last couple of videos. The pitch should match, assuming your instrument's in tune. We have the tuners to tell us if we're in tune, okay? And I would rather have you press in your fourth finger and practice fourth finger more than to use the open A. I totally understand why they're doing that. They're also wanting you to make a little tunnel here. I don't want to do that. I want to do fourth finger the whole way. So if you look at number 83, we are actually going to be on the D string for the entire song. Don't ever go to the A string for this, all right? Now, every single A that you see, now that we've made the change in our book, every single A that you see is going to be on the D string. Whoops. I'm putting my metronome at 66 and I have eighth notes on. So half notes, of course, get 4 clicks. Shadow bow 83. Every time you see something that looks like open A, it's not. It's fourth finger on the D string. Get that elbow around, pressing super hard. Shadow bow 83. Red C, shadow bow. F sharp, G. Now stretch and press it hard. 3 tay, 4 tay. 1 tay, 2 tay. 1 tay, 2 tay. 3 tay, 4 tay. Use fourth finger both times. Keep going, fourth finger. 1 tay, 2 tay, 3 tay, 4 tay, off. All right, now let's play that. Play that with me. And 1, 2, 83, and go. F sharp. And stretch the 4. 1 tay, 2 tay, 3 tay, 4 tay. Now 83 was practicing having the G to A, the fourth finger coming from third finger. Look at 84. 84 is practicing the A coming from F sharp. This is why we did the echoing that we did. 85 is practicing E to A. Now remember what I told you about using fourth finger. If you're strong enough, you can use just the 3 and the 4. And then on 84, use just the F sharp and the 4. Don't put 3 down. It might give you a little extra stretching, but the 2 helps hold it down. So it's independent fingers, sort of, but not quite, okay? And then when we get to 85, just use the E and then the A. That might help you, but do not try to do just fourth finger. A couple of things are gonna happen. Your hand's gonna slip up and you're not gonna be strong enough. So keep one finger down at least when you're using fourth finger. Don't quite do independent fingers on fourth finger, just almost. Okay, going to 84, shadow bow. 1, 2, shadow bow, 84. F sharp, then stretch to A, fourth finger. See, I just have those fingers down. Stretch the 4. Now put the G down. 1 tay, 2 tay, off. Okay, so again, what I did was I went F sharp to A. I did not put my 3 down until I needed it. All right, try playing that now. Again, I'm sure violas, you've noticed I'm playing a violin again. I'll play a viola in the next video and you switch up back and forth. So you guys are over here. Don't be confused by that. I think you've been playing long enough that surely you know that by now. This is a violin. I'm over 1 string from where you guys are, violas. Okay, play 84 now. If you feel like you need to pause the video and practice on your own first, please do so. Join me when you're ready. 84, and red C, and go. One tay, 2 tay, off. All right, let's go on to 85. If you want to practice 84, pause the video. Go on to 85. We're going to go a little slower on this. Now, you learned. Look at the first measure, D, 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 E. This was a challenge when we first learned it. Sound familiar? It's one we did slow and then faster and faster and faster. It's like 71, D, 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 E, F sharp, E, D, F sharp, E. But it doesn't do quite the same thing. I mention that because it might help you learn this song. Look at measure 1, look at measure 3. I'm going to point out the pattern there. You have D, 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 E. And then look at measure 1 and then measure 2, 3, measure 5, measure 1 and then measure 5. And then it's G, 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 F sharp. 3 notes come down. It's the opposite, E, 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 F sharp, and then measure 5 is G, 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 F sharp. Okay, D, 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 E, and then G, 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 F sharp. So it's a similar little pattern, just flip-flopped and starting on a different note. Sorry, I don't think that actually helped any at all. I wasn't saying the right stuff. Okay, shadow bow 85. We're going to go a little slower. And 1 tay, 2 tay, shadow bow, and no D. 1 tay, 2 tay. Now look what I'm doing. 1 and 4 only. Again, 1 and 4 only. Now pick them up. Say off, okay? So this, I think, is where it's really helpful when you're going E to A, but keep the E down to help hold the string down. Okay, shadow bow again, or play now, play now. You might want to pause and practice it on your own. 85 with me. 1, 2, ready, go. D, D, D. Slow bow, stretch the 4. Stretch, 1, take, 2, take, 1, take, 2, take, off. All right, that one, if it was a little bit tricky for you, completely normal. That's why I went slower. I've played it at 60. If you need to go slower, go slower. All right, try it slower, and then rewind the video and try it again with me once you think you can. Practice till you can't get it wrong.